Hi, just wanted to give a quick walk around the Epson 5040 UB setup that I have. This is a refurbished unit that I bought off of the Epson website. I basically chose it for the price and the value that came with. So I didn't have much videos online to reference to, to find out, if the investment was any good. Because if you buy a refurbished product from Epson, then there's no way of returning it back. So you have to either order a return unit in case if you got something that's not worth it or if it has any trouble. So first impression, I did not see any scratches. I mean, it almost looks like a new unit. I mean, if you'd have sold it in packaged and given it to me, I would have just taken it for a new unit. The Epson had 0 hours on the lamp when it arrived. I do not know if to believe it, whether if Epson had the courtesy to change out to a new lamp and you know, but still the lamp looks good. So this is my small little setup. It's still a work in progress. Just put the screen up a few days ago. What else? Yeah, the remotes, they look good. The it came with new batteries and whatnot. Like I said, it did not look like a bad unit. And most people that had bad experiences with these refurbished product where basically they saw the filter and then the filter had a lot of dust in it and some pet hair and all that. Something that I read over the internet. But mine had nothing of that sort. Uh, Either it was a lucky, um, instance, or whether if you and other people were not that lucky. But from what I've seen, it's been working pretty good so far. And I know this is 2020 January, and this unit had been on sale since 2017, mid of 2017, I guess. So it's the technology is a bit old. Let me power it up for you guys. So this is the remote. I've been using it for probably a week. So all the dust or the fingerprint or any stains on it is basically just from use. But when it came out of the box, it was pretty decent. I mean, there was no scratches, nothing. Even the unit itself, I did not notice any scratches at all. Like I mentioned, this unit is been on sale since 2017, so the technology is a bit old. The current model out in the market, 5050 UB, have some of the technology advancement added to it. So some of the differences between 5040 UB and 5050 UB is that one uses 4K enhancement, the other one's a 4K Pro HD, which is supposed to give better and faster image with the 4K enhancements. I don't know, that did not sound too much of a deal breaker for me, so I went with the old one, because it's 3 times more expensive than this unit. And I think this is set at cinema, and there is quite a bit of ambient light, and this is not a controlled environment where you can control the light, unfortunately. So, and that's one of the reasons why I chose 5040 UB, because based on the ratings or the reviews, this one can pump up to 3400 lumens at its brightest setting, which I can show you right now. So this is some little bit of bleed on to your left from the ambient light. Let me turn on the color mode to dynamic, which was rated at 3400. Now that is very minimal, and you can't even tell that there is ambient light on that screen. But I mean, it looks too different from what I see and what shows on the camera. So I mean, it's the reality of most of these videos online. You don't see the actual image that your eyes see. But as far as I can tell, this looks great. I don't have any complaints. And I also looked at switching at, like, for a cheaper model, maybe like the Epson 3800 or the 3200, which had all the bells and whistles that come with the latest technology. It supports, I think, HDR10 plus and HLG. Honestly, I don't have all the equipments that would push a HDR10 or HLG, so I just basically run off of a Roku Ultra. And again, this is also a new unit that I purchased. Again, similar to the Epson, this Onkyo is also like 2-year-old, but it's a brand new equipment, but it's been out since the last 2 years. So this is the TX-RZ820 model. One of the reasons why I had to purchase, I chose this one, is the amount of wattage that it pushes out, and it supports 4K. So far, yeah, it's been great. There are like different formats, and the HDR bit, I don't know what they call it, but the HDR10 and HDR12, the 10-bit and 12-bit, those had been, these things support as pass through, so the Roku can push it. Let's see. And about complaints, sometimes a panel alignment, which is a feature here with the Epson. Let me show you. Go to menu, go to extended, click on display, and there it is. Panel alignment is a setting which can which kind of fixes any misalignment between the RGB LCD panels that's inside your projector. So you can click on panel adjustment on, and then start fiddling with moving the panels so that it align on the same line. So you can immediately see that these are the options that comes with it. So you can do a panel alignment. So based on what was chosen, I think I've chosen the red. So what it means is that once you click on enter, that would allow you to move the panel, the red panel, to your left or right. So basically what you're gonna look for is any type of red bleeding on these lines that you see, and you would adjust based on that. So if you see this one, the camera doesn't catch it, but there is a little bit of a red hue to the right of that line. So if I would move that to the left, and it would indicate that I'm moving this panel, that hue would go away, and now it's a bit less visible. But what happens is the center of the screen did not have that hue before, and now since I've adjusted to the right, it's starting to show some hue that wasn't there when I started this. So there is a little bit of bleed, so it's not going to be perfectly aligned, but I don't know if this is just my unit or if it's all across. You don't get a perfect hue, alignment all across. So I'm just going to go ahead and reset this, reset, and exit. So this would probably be my complaint. I do understand, the limitations that comes with buying an old unit that's 2 years old, but to be honest, I don't think Epson has added too much of technological improvement between the models that that you wanted to pay 2 times more in order to purchase. So yeah, there it is. My walkthrough of Epson 5040 UB refurbished model. So far it's been great. I would still rate this a good projector. Between this and Epson 3800, I think I'll still choose this one. All right, don't want to keep it any longer. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye. Thanks for watching.